Hi guys, so I thought I'd film a little get to know me video. Just, they're obviously not questions, they're just sort of things that I've just thought of that may help people out, that maybe going through the same things that I went through, but I will explain more once I get into the video. So I thought this week I would get 2 videos out, fingers crossed 2 videos. So this video is going to be where I'm going to sit down and just talk through what I went through pre-pregnancy, after pregnancy, and just a little get to know me video. So when I initially got pregnant, I think I was about 21. I'm not too sure about the age, either 20 or 21. And obviously I never thought I would have Carter, so I wasn't so young, but I never thought I'd have Carter at that stage of my life. So never knew what to expect, never knew what I needed to do. I sort of just went along with the flow. Pregnancy, it wasn't as bad as other people. I didn't have no cravings, I had no symptoms, no nothing. Once I had Carter, I wasn't well. The birth didn't go well, wasn't well after birth. I was in hospital, in and out of hospital. So I feel like that really did mostly affect my mental health. So obviously the early stages where the child's born, you want your loved ones around you, you want your partner around you, just people that you know will help you. But me being in hospital and me choosing hospital that was so far away from where me and Leon was living at the time, it wasn't the best of choices, because sometimes Leon couldn't even make it through because of work. So which did really impact me, because there were some nights where I just used to just sit there and just be like, what am I doing? And I remember there was one night where I couldn't settle Carter down. I think I'd obviously looked after my nephew when he was a baby, but it was so long ago now. I think it was like 5 years ago now. I've just totally forgot everything. So when it was like me being alone that night with Carter, I didn't know how to settle him. I used to formula feed him first, give him his milk, and just think everything was going to be plain sailing, just rock him to sleep, but it didn't happen. I had a breakdown. The nurse came in, she was like, okay, just get yourself settled down, I'll take the baby and you get some sleep and I'll try and settle him down. She settled him down, luckily. I got some sleep, and then she brought him obviously in. That was the first time I was in. The second time wasn't too bad, because the second time I kind of learned. I was probably home for about 2 days, so I did kind of just get that lot of sort of love feeling back. But obviously went back in, and that's when it just kind of just went back downhill again. Got an infection, and I was just struggling. Like, they put is it a catheter when they put it in your hand? Catheter in my hand, and obviously I was so determined to breastfeed Carter. I was just trying to breastfeed him with this in my hand, and it would always come out and just stop bleeding. And it's just like, just little things like that were just I can laugh about it now, but back then I'd just be like, why? And obviously I had to have it in my hand, because the antibiotics that I needed, they need to just go straight into my system. I couldn't just take them as a tablet, because they wanted it to be instant sort of thing. So back then I was just like, why me? Why this? But I know it happens to loads of people, but obviously I'm just wanting to, if someone is currently going through that, I just want to just say to them, everything's going to be okay. The next topic is being a young mom, first time mom, is you really don't know what you are doing. I mean, you can read books, you can sort of ask people questions beforehand, but you never know what it's going to be like until you're doing it. Late nights and stuff, like not being in touch with people that you used to be in touch with is really the one that hits home. Growing up, I never really had many peers, many people to talk to. It was probably just mostly family that I had. Friends were never really just there. But now luckily, having mom friends and having friends around you that have been through the same thing and sort of like have the same mindset as you, I feel like there's no point of trying to just hold the connection with people that you used to have before your life changed. They're not going to understand that your life changed. So you need people around you that understand what you've been through and what you're going through, so you can back each other. So now I go to the baby groups that I go to with Carter, and obviously swimming, I've met people through them, and hopefully they're going to be the friends that Carter grows up being around. And obviously I grow up, because obviously I'm still a young mum now. I've just turned 23 last year, so hopefully I grew up being around. Some are older than me and some are younger than me, so it's nice having a bit of both. So another thing that I do as like a side sort of thing for me to do, so it's mostly a hobby. So what I would normally do is buy prams that are just really bad condition. It also brings in extra income without me having to be away from Carter. I can do it at home, I can do it around Carter, and then obviously sell them. It can be all sorts of trikes, car seats, anything like that. So I just enjoy doing it. Like, I enjoy cleaning Carter's pram. So I thought, why not buy dirty prams and sell them? Yeah, so I just do it as an extra income. So doing YouTube, obviously I'm going to set myself a goal where hopefully I'm going to try and do 1 video a week, maybe 2. But yeah, just wanted to do YouTube to start it, just for memories as well. Like, Carter can be like 5 years old and we come back on YouTube and I'll just be like, look, this is what we did, and he can see what we did. Going on back to babies, I did breastfeed Carter for probably about the first month of his life, but due to how poorly I was, I had to look after myself in order to look after Carter, because once my milk just started drying up. So he was a hungry baby, he was a big chunky baby, so he wanted food constantly. So I just made the decision just to formula feed him. It was a very hard decision, because in your mind you have the mindset of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this before you have a baby, but it's not until the baby comes, reality really does kick in, and the expectations and the ideas that you have in your head, sometimes they don't go to plan. But it's okay, not everything in life goes to plan. So yeah, I had to give up breastfeeding him, just look after myself, my mental health as well. There's only so much that your partner can do. So Leon was constantly there for me, through pregnancy, through birth, through having Carter as a newborn, constantly there for me. But there's only so much they can do, because they're not constantly there due to work. So yeah, going to baby groups, I wish I definitely did them sooner than I did. So I started going to baby groups around about 6 months with Carter, but giving you advice would be to go to them as soon as you feel comfortable in your health to do them. There may be free ones around your area. There is loads of free ones here. We go to the free ones, and Carter has loads of friends there. So definitely get in touch with your health visitor and see if there's any free ones around your area, and just be yourself. Honestly, just be yourself, and them lovely mummies will approach you, or you approach them, or you just come together. Their baby might do something cute, you're like, oh, that's cute, and they're like, oh, are you on Facebook, can I take your phone number, what do you do on such and such day, sort of thing. So really, just be yourself and just go to these groups, because they really do help. They do say when you have a baby, do you want to go to these groups and stuff like that. I was really apprehensive. There were so many that I did put down that I would go, but for some reason I was just so scared to take Carter out. And if you ever feel like you're struggling mentally, don't feel like you can't open up to the people around you, especially your partner. Obviously Leon could tell that I wasn't being myself, so definitely just open up and talking is okay. So I think I'm just gonna end this video here. I hope everyone's enjoyed. So I will hopefully see you in another video this week if we do end up going to where we're going to go. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys again.